when our finance explained this pertained to expenditures in the trial balance of 2017 even, not even 2018. And it appears that it lumped this because it made certain comments on some venues that happen to be in known tourist destinations.
Such as?
Probably Boracay. I'm not even something like that. I'm not even sure which areas. But what needs to be said is that you know, the budget for trainings is the guidelines for budgets on trainings is on a per person basis, and that includes accommodation and food and all training materials. And I think the budget, as far as I recall, is about 2,000 per head, and it cannot go higher than that. All venues are procured. It goes through a bidding process. So not because it is held in a tourist destination. Even our teachers' camp is in Baguio. I mean, so, and you have to consider that the Department of Education is situated where the most pervasively present in all the nooks of the country, with as many as 800,000
you're probably
teachers.
the biggest department in terms of manpower.
We are. We're bigger than the PNP and AFP combined in terms of number of
But how many
personnel.
trainings is encompassed by that one figure?
I frankly, I am not familiar with how many trainings that is. I would presume this is quite a number of trainings. Some of these are capacity development. Some of these are, for example, in planning. So you can imagine how big the
So you're
the
saying
agency
this is a reasonable amount
Yes, it is a
for
reasonable amount.
this kind of activity for this type of agency?
Yes, and you know, there is shock value to the
one
amounts
number, yeah.
when you look at it. And aside from the fact that, as I mentioned, it was the trial balance of all trainings.
Over 2 years.
No, 1 year.
1 year.
In
2017.
2017, but it was reported in the 2018
Okay.
audit observation. And by the way, Secretary Briones did flag something. Those that were being held by the central office as early as I think the third quarter of last year, 2018, when her attention was called to some central office units choosing to go out of the central office, and then she issued an order directing all to exercise economy,
In the
reasonability,
meantime,
and disallowed. And said that trainings, if it is internal trainings of people in the central office, should be done in the premises. And if it is not feasible, then they have to make a strong justification. And this is part of financial relationship of an oversight agency like.
In the meantime, what you're saying is don't look at the lump sum, and for that matter, don't look at the locations. What you're saying is the more important figure to look at is the standard of spending no more than 2,000 pesos per head per training.
Plus, what type of training is this? Is this necessary?